Yo, this is Deontay the Bronx Bomber Wild, the WBC heavyweight champion of the world. And I'd like to give a big shout out to CJ Goodfellow, Sports TV. Bomb Squad, baby.
All right, Deontay Wilder did interview with y'all boy, General Chow. I heard some things behind the scene about Wilder that I'm just not going to speak on. Now, apparently, I read online that Shelly Finkel said he did too much Cairo, where they get into like the little freeze thing, and that might have messed him up. I mean, I heard a bunch of things coming from his camp behind the scene. I'm just not going to speak on them because I'm not going to be out here looking dumb. I didn't even want to say the Cairo thing, but yeah, he did an interview with General Chow. And at the end of the day, man, you know, when you talk about I got to find my killer instinct again, and I was just too happy, you know, it's over with. Your killer instinct ain't nothing you going to find, you know, in the boxing ring no more. You know, hitting that switch and going back to your prime and going back to what you truly was fighting for, your daughter and livelihood and your family, you already didn't accomplish that goal. But Deontay Wilder has insisted that he still wants to fight Anthony Joshua next, but said Joshua will use Joseph Parker's defeat to avoid him. He said they really don't want the fight. When I lost, did you see how happy he was coming out? I broke out laughing. I said, this ninja is happy as F. I made him able to perform like he did. He was like, I ain't got to fight Wilder. The rumor was that he was talking about retiring if he won. March 9th, the fight can still go on, but this is his perfect way for them to get out. Well, you let him out. You let him off the hook. What did Dennis Green say when the Cardinals let the Bears win? We let him off the hook. If you want to crown him, crown him. You let him off the hook. Take some responsibility, bro. This ain't even about being. I think he was very humble in defeat. Take some responsibility. You didn't do what you supposed to do. And me and Kobe said it the whole week, bro. We said he looked a little bit too happy. I was telling Adonis, with Lion Killer Podcast, go check his channel out, that he might lose. He said, I don't see he can lose. I was just seeing the way he was happy. He was jubilee. He wasn't serious, bro. You know, maybe it was the money. You know, he always got that woman around too. I heard she kind of got, you know, be causing some problems for dog too. You know, but I'm not going to get into, you know, personally what they say behind the scenes. Like I said, even with this, some things I heard that came from his team, you know, I say this. They saying that it's a 3-fight deal with the Saudis. Maybe he was just happy with getting the money, and most PBC fighters are just happy with the financials. When they get the money, that's all they want. So once you if you in boxing just to get the money, once you get the money, then you comfortable. You know what I'm saying? Now, if you spend the money and lose it and spend it, of course, then you're going to say, I got to get money. I'm still hungry. I got to get money. But once you reach that goal, it's a goal. Like Crawford want to be the best. He's a fighter. So him wanting to be the best is like, you know what? I still got to accomplish my goal. They still doubt me. But then Deontay goes on and said on his defeat to Joseph Parker, my time was off because of inactivity. I'm disappointed because I know I'm way better fighter than him. I heard him a few times, but certain shots I didn't take. It was hesitation. I couldn't understand why. He has no business beating me at all on even a magnificent day for him. He didn't do nothing. Neither of us really did anything. He ain't lying about that. I said that after the fight. I said he really didn't do nothing, but he did more than you. He hurt you. He threw punches when your back was against the ropes. He controlled the ring generalship. So we ain't do shit. He did a little bit of shit. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, but like I said before, that wasn't the best Deontay Wilder, but inactivity is the best killer. Just because you training or you in the ring, like if you just training to train, you know, just think about this in this DBZ analogy, Dragon Ball Z. They just training to train, you know, staying sharp just in case something happened. Then they find out that the android's coming. Now they going into serious training mode. It's the same thing. If you're just training just to stay busy and to stay in shape, and you're not training to kill, you know what I'm saying? You're not training to go out there and be machine, but now you training for your biggest test of your career. Now you training. You know what I'm saying? Now you in kill mode. Now, you know, remember this whole card was thrown together on short notice. You know? So now you really in a mindset of war. So, you know, the inactivity did kill him. He said, well, I didn't understand why I couldn't pull the trigger. You know what I'm saying? Inactivity. And you in your late 30s too? Yeah, you might physically feel fine. When you get into that ring, that's a dude that was coming on his 4th fight this year. That was his fourth fight this year. This was your first real fight in 2 years, bro. What you expect? Honestly, what did you expect? And Deontay has confirmed that he is not retiring following the Joseph Parker defeat. I've got to find my killing instinct back. I'm too at peace. I'm too happy. When I had the dog in me, nobody had a chance. I will be two-time heavyweight champion, or he won't. Sorry to break that news to him. You can't get that dog back in you, bro. It's like married people, you know. What was the name of the movie? Hard Pass. And they wives. I was just telling to somebody, their wives gave them a hard pass, and the wives was saying, well, they think they remember being players and having women, and they think they could do it, but they that was never really them. You know, you can't find, you know, so you go back out there thinking they could be players and think they could bag women, and they couldn't do it no more. Like, you know, he got that dog. One time he had that dog in him. You can't get that dog back, bro. You ain't hungry no more. You fed your daughter. Your daughter got the best health care. You fed your family. You got a wife and kids. You got silk pajamas, silk sheets, 1,000 thread Egyptian sheet covers and all that. You ain't that same animal, bro. You can't just put that light switch on and off. You happy. You at peace. You in another part of your life. Go enjoy your kids and your kids having kids, and you're gonna enjoy the twilight of your career, running businesses, probably having to go away fighting and have a fight where everybody can celebrate you in Alabama or in Atlanta and be done with it. That's just something that you can't rekindle, bro. The fire and desire, like Fight Night, so you can't get that back. It's something that you can't get back. I remember I stopped hooping, right? Like the summer I went off to college, I just was working. I stopped going up to Northwest Activity Center hooping. And I tried to thought I still could hoop. It was over with. Couldn't hoop like I used to hoop no more. People beat me one-on-one and not be. And it wasn't that, you know, part of it was I wasn't in shape like I was in shape. But even when I got back in shape, you know what I'm saying? I just didn't have it no more. I didn't have the love for the game. I didn't have the killer instinct no more. That shit, it's hard to turn that on and turn that off. It's hard to get it back. You know, and Rocky 3 showed that. Rocky 3 showed that. He was comfortable and, you know what I'm saying? He had the money to, you know. That's why in boxing, your main goal can never be to get out of poverty. That can't be your main goal. You know? That can't be your main goal. Your main goal got to be, I want to be the best fighter ever. That's got to be your goal. Or I want to be the best in the division. That's what continues to drive Terrence Crawford. That's one of the great things about being doubted. When people continue to doubt you, you got something to continue. You got gas to continue to put in the tank. And you got some guys that look for chips, look for doubters, to look for naysayers. You know what I'm saying? Michael Jordan was like that. Remember they talk about the story, LeBradford, whatever his name was, that played for the Wizards, and he made the story up because he had a good game, dropped like 25 on Michael, and he like basically patted Michael on the ass and said good game, and Michael lied and made that story up about that guy. You know what I'm saying? Just to have motivation. The truly great people look for motivation. They look for the naysayers. They look for the haters. You know how you can look during the comment section on Instagram and the first thing your human instinct notice is negative comments? They look for those negative comments. They look for the hate. That's what drives them. And most self-motivators and self-starters, they driven by doubt. They driven by failure. They driven by one, you know, and that's cool. And some people driven by just wanting to be the best. And those guys are like Mayweather. They like perfectionists. They're perfectionists. But for him to get that dog in him, it's over with. It ain't that Fury beat the dog out this nigga. I think that was the pinnacle of him showing that he was an ultimate dog. He stood on business. Before niggas was saying that shit, he stood on business. He said, you know what? I told Mark, if any of these ninjas throw the towel in, I want to go out on my shield. He showed everybody. He was a man of his word. He was a dog. And then again, you have people saying, well, you know, he getting congratulated for taking the ass whooping. No, he was a man of his word. But then, you know, when other guys take an ass whooping, y'all, you know, Mexicans, they call them warriors. You know what I'm saying? But there ain't nothing he can go get back, bro. He got a less than 10% chance of getting that dog back in him. You know, married niggas think they can go back to being players and how it once was. Man, you know, man, please. The game don't change, the players change in it, but at the end of the day, you talk to a lot of older dudes, they just tell you they just play with the money. And the older you get, the more you understand why guys trick with the money. But that's another. That might go on Free Game 89. I might drop that video on Free Game 80, Free Game 89. Check the link out in the description. And it's in the link tree, FR33 Game 89. You know, but that dog he looking for, 9 times 10 gonna be able to get that back. I say have a going away fight, you know. But I heard that 3-fight deal is for all 3 fights to be in Saudi Arabia. He getting paid very well. Don't have a specific number. So I heard the Saudis still pushing for the AJ fight. So be it. So be it. So hey, thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, check out the Boxing News playlist, check out the Heavyweight Boxing Talk playlist. Hit the link tree. You can find me everywhere from Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, the whole 9. I appreciate y'all for supporting the channel. Find me everywhere. But yeah, man, I don't think Deontay is gonna be able to, you know, find that dog. I just think he set out, he accomplished his goal, and you know, that's what's it. But hey, peace.